Hi Pisces, I hope you're all doing well. I got two oracle cards to see what's going on with you, and then we're going to pull out the tarot. And the cards I got are support and plants. This is really interesting to me because what I'm getting from these cards is I'm taking this as you looking over at something that you planted, maybe with another, metaphorically, a garden you were trying to grow with someone, or maybe this is something you planted by yourself, for yourself. But whatever it was, the vision was quite beautiful. It was well organized, I'm hearing. Okay, there was a lot of effort put into this to cultivate this future path or this feeling with someone or within yourself. But something's happened here along the way in which whatever you planted is beginning to grow in ways that you didn't expect. Okay, and it looks maybe not so pretty here. It's a little bit chaotic. It's definitely not what you expected it to turn out like, not what you expected it to be, maybe not what you wanted it to be. And I feel like you're looking over at this thing that you helped grow, that you planted. Like, oh my God, what did I do here? How did this happen? Okay, or what did they do to make this happen? What did they do to my garden to make it grow like this? And Spirit wants you to know that you have, I'm hearing a purpose for this. There's a purpose for the way in which this garden decided to grow, that the seed that you planted ended up growing in such a way. There's a purpose for this, and you're supported in this process here. And this card talks about having literal support, which I do believe you have, Pisces, if you look around. But I'm seeing this as Spirit supporting you. Okay, so there's something shocking maybe that you're witnessing, or something that just is like unbelievable. You can't believe things went in this direction. Okay, so let's get into your cards, Pisces, and let's see what we're talking about here. I want to find out what is the purpose for the garden growing in such a way. Sometimes, most of the times, all the time, Spirit has a particular idea here of what should happen, or what needs to happen for your soul to elevate, for things to be brought back into balance, for there to be harmony. And especially when your question or your situation is involving another, it can be hard to see how the difficult energies that you might be experiencing are helping balance out a situation as it relates to another. I hope that's making sense. So it's like you get into a connection with someone, there's a hard lesson involved, or things go south, things don't end up growing the way that you anticipated. Maybe the weeds take over, start to, I'm hearing, cannibalize the flowers that you planted. Okay, and you're not understanding why is this happening? How did this happen? Why is this happening? And it's because this relationship with this other energy, I'm hearing, is significant enough that it's like it needed to be brought back into balance, and part of that is you perceiving that you're off balance. This is strange, Pisces. Okay, so let's get into the cards here and see what's going on. Basically, what I'm getting, the main message is there's a purpose, there's a reason for why things turned out in such a way. Okay, it's like something's being corrected here. And if you're not inquiring about someone else, then this is, whatever you feel didn't turn out for you in your life the way you wanted it to, and you're not sure why. Spirit's saying there's a reason here. And you're being encouraged to consider what that reason is, to do the shadow work, to find out what you actually did to make things grow this way. Okay, you're being encouraged to look at your role in your own soul's growth. And you have support in doing that. It's like Spirit really wants to show you something here. Not only about yourself and this connection with someone else, but about the world, really. About how things work, maybe metaphysically. Okay, so let's get the cards out here. I'm going to need 2 more. I'm hearing buckle up. Okay. I am seeing the Tower here. 2 more. 2 more, Spirit. For the Pisces Collective. Just 2. Just 2? Okay. Ooh. All right, Pisces. We got some intense cards here. So let's get into it. The energy surrounding you at this time is the Page of Cups. See, here you are, Pisces, as the cat, of course. I'm hearing as the main character in the story. Okay. And you're looking over like, is that really what I manifested? Did I manifest a frog? Did I manifest kissing another frog? It's like that energy. Now, it doesn't have to be about romance, but it could be about a job or however things are going for you. You're like, really? I thought I was moving towards something a lot greater than myself, I'm hearing. But what's turning up is a whole bunch of frogs. Oh, this is interesting. It's maybe you have an audience, but it's like a whole bunch of frogs are being drawn towards you, ready to go to the next level with you. And you're kind of looking at them like, I don't think we have the same energy here. I don't think this is possible. But what you need to know here is something about, well, the frog is a symbol of rebirth and regeneration. So those who are coming towards you, who are being attracted towards you, they're showing you how much energy is out there that is being rebirthed and revitalized. This is interesting. How do we get back to the garden from here? It's almost like figuring out what the pest was here that attacked the thing you planted. So I was walking in the forest. I don't know, how long was it? Who knows, 6 months, something like this. And I asked Spirit for a sign. I had a very important question about something. I need to know where I was or what I was doing with something. And I said, okay, I'm going to go into the forest. I'm going to ask for a sign. I'm going to look for it. I'm going to watch for it. And tell me something I need to know to let me know that I'm on the right track here with what I'm thinking, doing, and saying about something. And this was a big forest. So I'm walking, nothing's happening, there's no significant signs or nothing sticking out to me. And I'm right at the end of the path in the forest, and I've already given up at this point. Like, okay, this is just silly. I can't force Spirit to give me a sign, don't be so arrogant, Andy, this attitude. And then right as I was thinking that, this big frog, it wasn't a toad, it was a big green frog, crossed my path. And so slowly, like it wasn't trying to escape me or get away. It was just very methodically moving along. And it was like right at my feet, which is, I don't even know how this is happening, right? Like, why would a frog do that? Anyways, so this told me, this was my sign from spirit, and this told me that I did need to make some adjustments about what I was thinking about at that time, that there was still a process of rebirth. There was still something that needed to be sorted out here. And I'm seeing, all of that is to say, I'm seeing that in your energy as well. Maybe you're going to see a sign in the forest. Maybe there's something that you want to look for. Maybe it's not the forest, maybe it's somewhere else. Maybe frogs are actually going to start turning up for you. You might see them in different places, or images of them, this kind of thing, or references. I feel like the frog is a big symbol for you. Let me check if it's in this book. Actually, I feel like it would be. Fox. Frog. I'll show you the card again. In fairy tales, all it takes for an ugly frog to transform into a handsome prince is a single kiss from a beautiful princess. In this story, the frog is a symbol of transformation. The frog is a transformational creature in real life too. And because the life cycle of this amphibious creature is carried out in so visible a manner, it is a reminder of resurrection and the cycle of life, of birth, death, and rebirth. See, it's like very visible to you, others' energies, like other people rebirthing. And this has something to do with something you planted. Maybe this is an idea. I'm hearing an energetic wave, a conversation you had with someone or a group of people. Egyptian mummies were wrapped with amulets depicting the image of the frog as a charm to help the person's soul to be reborn. The frog's links with water are obvious, and it often appears on rain charms. In ancient China, the frog's image appeared on the drums that were played to summon thunder, the herald of much-needed rain. In Egypt, the frog symbolized fertility because of its enthusiastic mating habits and abundant spawn. And so they were sacred to the midwife and the gods. Frog has become the English speaker's nickname for the French who notoriously eat frogs' legs as a delicacy. Indeed, before the French ruling class adopted the fleur de lis, I think I'm saying that right, as their emblem, the frog was France's national symbol. Maybe France is something of interest to you or specific. Okay, let's keep going here. The external energy that you're dealing with is the Four of Swords. This kind of looks like this card to me. It's like, why aren't you tending the garden? Why aren't you taking care of it? There's someone around you and you have questions for them like, what? Hello, we were supposed to do this thing together. Where did you go? Where are you? What's going on here? Okay, so the person that you're dealing with, the external energy, is, I'm hearing, kind of asleep at the wheel here. But that's because you are figuring out your own wheelhouse. You are figuring out something about yourself here. I know this is an abstract reading, Pisces, but this is what I'm getting. So we're just going to trust that it's going to reach the people it needs to. Something that is ending right now is the Ten of Pentacles in reverse. And I actually like this for an ending because here's the card, right? And so it's like somebody looking out at who they could be or who they want to be or someone they want to connect with, but they're blocked. There's a glass in the way here. It's kind of like dreaming of another space and time, but being unable to connect. I'm seeing the number 78. That might mean something to you, or 87. But with this ending, I feel like you're freeing yourself from some kind of stability that has actually kept you closed in. This could be a house. This could be I'm hearing a state, okay? I'm in Canada, but a province, a state you're living in. All right, wherever you are, it could be moving to a different territory. Also, whatever you wanted this garden to look like, you know, and it didn't turn out that way, it's not like you're going to be sitting back looking at it much longer. You're just going to move on. It's not even that you're going to fix the garden, because it kind of needs to be the way it is. It's like allowing someone else's rebirth, if I can say it that way, but that is attached to you at the same time. So you're leaving the whole garden behind and starting a new one. And it's like this garden is now in the hands of the other to do what they will with it. What's beginning? The Tower. This card's so interesting. Well, it's like those who thought they could get away with something will not be able to get away with it any longer. What's that about? Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Those who thought they could just stop something, not communicate, not put effort in and continue on in their life will no longer be able to do such a thing without massive obstacles. Okay, so I feel like this Tower moment, Six of Cups in reverse, is a correction of some injustice or some imbalance from the past here. There's no more energy for another person to be stagnant. There's no more energy to be stagnant. It's interesting. It's like being stagnant for this outside energy. This outside person was taking a lot of energy to actually do nothing. So that's running out. I'm seeing like a gas tank on, you know, the gas levels getting lower here. Because the garden is getting so wild that they have to tend to it now, or get buried beneath it. So you see what you did here, right, Pisces? You planted something, right, with this beautiful vision, okay? It didn't turn out that way because I feel like you were working with another. You were hoping to grow this garden with another. The other person that we're talking about here totally slacked on that. And because of that, the garden got overgrown. It went wild. Things were all out of sorts. Weeds were taking over, this kind of thing. The vision was totally lost. And I feel like it's a little bit of a horror show for you to witness, or it's really difficult for you to see someone throw such a beautiful vision away. But the purpose of this whole thing happening in this way was so that this person could wake up and realize that they were going to be buried beneath their own mess if they didn't start doing something. So this Tower is something here for this other person, but this other person is very connected to you. This is like some kind of big energetic connection you have with someone. Could be a family member, could be a friend, could be an ex-partner, could be a current partner, but this person is deeply tied to you. So, or their Tower wouldn't be coming out in your reading as something new for you. When they start clearing out the garden or doing whatever it is that they need to do here to fix things up and to heal again and to live again, they are going to be thinking of you, following you. They are this frog here. And I feel like you are around groups of people or other people who represent this person in their absence, I'm hearing. Interesting. The challenge, the Hermit. Shh. That's what I heard. Shh. The challenge is to be quiet. The challenge is to witness. See how she's covering her mouth here? Shh. Right? Just watch. Just watch. Okay? This doesn't mean you have to physically actually watch. You may be doing this, though. You could be privy to it. But you might be having dreams. You might energetically know what's going on here. Maybe this is talking about something larger in scale. But it's like, just witness what's about to take place. And you will understand why you planted this thing in the first place. What you can manifest at this time is the Devil card. And I feel like this is a little bit of a warning here for you, Pisces. This is telling me you could manifest somebody's obsession with you. Now, of course, when somebody else, it's not your responsibility to control whether someone else gets obsessed or not. That's their own shit. They need to work through their own shadow work. But there is like, if I feel like it's like if you intervene or even make yourself known to this other energy in such a way, it's like, well, I'm seeing them like knock on your door asking for gardening tools, like help, Pisces, help. I need the gardening tools. I got to get out of this mess. I know I got to get out of this mess. You're the only one who can help me. But that's not the point of this whole thing. The whole point is for them to get a green thumb, for them to understand. And I am seeing green here, which is the heart chakra, right? So it's an alignment. They're aligning, right? It's something about the heart chakra that they're working on here. So if you intervene, if you make yourself known, okay, like if you try to help them in a way in which they are alleviated of doing their own shadow work and karmic clearing, then you could create an attachment here, a codependency that this person has towards you, an obsession. And I'm also seeing the number 78 here. That is something that you do not want to do because there will be resentment in the end of it. If this person turns out, if you facilitate that kind of obsessive energy in any way, they will resent you. Because ultimately you'd be standing in the way of them clearing their own karma. Do you know what I mean? All right, Pisces. Wow. What a reading. Okay, so I am going to go into the extended and we're going to get further. I'm going to see more about this person. What is their path? What are they doing here? How are they going to clear their karma? When and if you, like, how are you going to come back together? Because there is an energetic tie here. So I want to find out more about that as well. But if this is where you go, I love you so much, Pisces. I'll see you next time.